excitable person, you know? I'm a little jittery occasionally, a little forgetful. And meditation was something that I had essentially counted myself out of. When I first started doing yoga, I heard about meditation and I said, okay, that's really nice for some people, but I'm not those people. And that was okay by me. And I let that be okay for, I'd say about 7 years of my practice. But 1 year ago, I went to a retreat that Evolution hosted at the Himalayan Institute, just a few hours north of here. And I got to learn some new things about meditation that really opened up a new door for me. And what I found is that meditation is actually something I like to put into my life at minimum once a week. And oftentimes, many more times than that, because I find that it's an easy practice. Not one that I have to clear out a whole room in my schedule for, but something that is actually doable every single day if you really wanted to. So we're going to talk about some simple ways to set up a meditation practice for yourself, and then also get through all of the basics and learnings that'll help you create a practice for yourself if that's what you're looking for. So, my friends, if you're thinking to yourself, I'm not a meditation person, this is actually the workshop I recommend for you. So, let's get moving. Take child's pose. Toes together, knees out wide with your fingertips all the way up to the head of your mat. Let's start with our breath. Take a big inhale. Fill up completely all the air in. Weight at the top. And exhale all the air back out with a pause at the bottom. Inhale again. Fill, fill, fill. Weight at the top. Exhale, let all of that air back out. Pause at the bottom. Keep cycling your breath just like this. We're going to use it all throughout your practice. So one of the things that I like to know about my Ujjayi breath, this breath that we're using right here, is that you actually use it to create the practice, physically how you create the practice. On our inhales, we'll be moving into poses, looking to expand them, get larger. And on our exhales, we'll be moving out of poses, finding some relaxation, and bringing a new sort of aspect to each and every one. So let's try this out. On your next inhale, come to downward facing dog. From here, let's add movement according to your breath. On your inhale, pick your right leg up, straight up towards the ceiling. Kick your heel as high as it'll go. Exhale, bring your knee to your nose. Hover right here. Inhale, kick it up and back. Exhale, knee to right elbow and hover. Inhale, kick it back. Exhale, knee to left elbow, cross body. Here it is. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, press back. And exhale, put your foot down. Now, inhale, left leg up. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, kick it back. Exhale, knee to left elbow. Here it is. Hover. Inhale, kick back. Last one. Exhale, knee to opposite elbow. Here it is. Inhale, kick back. Exhale, foot on the mat. Nice job, yogis. Breathe in. Come on your tippy toes. Yep, as high as you can go. Exhale, bend your knees to hover 1 inch above the mat. Inhale, up high on your tippy toes. Exhale, bring your knees to hover. One more time. Inhale, up. Exhale, lower to hover. Inhale, rise back up. That's it. Find a little gentle bend here in your knees. And then we'll walk our feet all the way to the head of the mat. Take a halfway lift. Breathe in. Long, flat spine here. One more time. Inhale. Exhale, ragdoll. Now, you can take some sway in this pose if that's what would feel good to you, or choose to stay still. Whatever it is, I want you to bring your hips 1 inch further forwards so that you bring some weight into your big toes. As you hang here, let your head and your neck drop. Yeah, good adjustments here. If you want to know something about this pose, it actually gets better the longer that you stay in it. One thing to know about it is that its Sanskrit to English name actually has the word intense in it. So as you stay here, see if you can continue building intensity in the pose. Know that that's okay. And that's what's supposed to be happening here. Yeah, let out a sigh if you need to. That sounds like a good idea. From here, press the center of each heel down into the mat. Now press your big toes down. Hug your arches of your feet up so hard that you inhale and roll all the way up to standing. We're going to take extended mountain, fingertips to the ceiling. Exhale your hands down to heart center. So we start class with 3 ohms. It's going to set our breath pace. But more than that, I want you to feel the ohm all throughout your body. Not what it sounds like, but what it feels like. Take a breath in. Inhale, reach all the way up. Exhale, fold. Breathe in, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga. Using your whole breath. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. We're going to take 3 breaths here. Inhale, fill all the way up. Exhale, let it go. 2 more times. In and out. Last one. Breathe in, get high on your tippy toes. Exhale, feet to hands. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Extended mountain. Breathe in. Fold. Halfway lift. Chaturanga. Using your full breath out. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. Start to create length from your fingertips. Press your sits bones all the way back and up. That's it. Good job. Inhale. Bend your knees on the exhale. Step or hop. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Extended mountain, reaching all the way up. Fold. Halfway lift. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take a breath in. Open your mouth. Sigh it out. Just like that. Inhale. Sigh on the exhale. One last time. Breathe in. Bend your knees. Hop. Halfway lift. Forward fold. One last time. Extended mountain. Up and back this time. Fold. Halfway lift. Chaturanga. Up dog. Shoulders back. Downward facing dog. 2 breaths before we move to our sun bee. One last time. Inhale. Bend your knees. Exhale. Feet to hands. Halfway lift. Fold. Chair pose. Big breath in. Fold. Halfway lift. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right side, warrior 1. Breathe in all the way up. Breathe out, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Left side, warrior 1. Inhale. Exhale, flow right out of the pose. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. So we use your breath all throughout this practice to create a touch and go quality. So there's this thing that happens. You inhale into a pose, and then there's the pause between your breath. This is where you get to let the pose land. You touch into it, and then you go. You come right back out of it. So let's try it on this round. Take a breath in. Bend your knees. Hop, feet to hands. Halfway lift. Pause. Fold. Chair pose. Breathe in. Let it land. Fold. Halfway lift. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right side, warrior one. Inhale, let it land. Chaturanga and go. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Left side, warrior one. Touch and go. Chaturanga. Let's move through. Upward facing dog and into downward facing dog. 2 breaths here. In and let it go. One last time. Big breath. Exhale. Feet to hands. Halfway lift. Fold. Chair pose. See 1 point. Fold. Halfway lift. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right side, warrior one. Drishti. Chaturanga. Flowing through, upward facing dog. Into down dog. Left side, warrior one. Flowing in and right back out. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Yes, that's it, yogis. Take your breath in. Sigh it out. Yeah, make the noise. Inhale. Sigh on your exhale. Feet to hands. Halfway lift. Fold. Chair pose. Take it lower than ever before. Fold. Halfway lift. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right side, warrior one. Press down through your big toes. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Left side, warrior one. Inhale all the way up. Chaturanga. Last one. Upward facing dog. And into downward facing dog. That's it. Take the breath that you need to. Remember that during class, when you need your sweat towel or when you need a sip of your water, that's more than fine. You'll just jump right back in with wherever we are. Kick your right foot up into the air. Now, I want you to think about pressing your heel all the way to the ceiling. Let's get some height in this pose. Get high on your tippy toes in the bottom foot, kicking the heel as high as it'll go before you bend your top knee and open up your hip. See if you can explore your side body here. I want you to plant your right pinky finger down into the mat and then kick your knee as high and over to the side as it'll go. Yeah, that's a good adjustment there. Take a last breath. Flip dog. Yes, yogis. All right, I want you to focus on keeping the breath going in this pose. I love to hold my breath here, but the thing is, the flow comes from your breath. So see if you can breathe into your lowest ribs. 2 more breaths. You have this, Corey. That's it. One last time before you bring it over. High plank, side plank. That's it. Right hand down. Left hand is going to reach the whole way up to the ceiling. Think about kicking your hips up even higher. Now spread your fingertips in your top hand and stretch from your bottom palm all the way up. Last breath, Angela. Chaturanga, good job. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Ooh, I love a sigh here. In and out. Yes, left leg up and back. Now let's get length on this one. So instead of height, I want you to focus on pressing your fingertips all the way back to your heel, getting stretch here. Now bend your top knee and open up your hip, going as wide as you can. Flip dog. Yep, both feet down or stay in three-legged dog. Think about opening your chest towards the ceiling. Go for some arm circles with your left hand here. Bring it all the way out to the side to explore what new space you could find in this pose. Yeah, that's a good job, Nancy. You're almost ready for wheel there. Are you ready? Let's stay for one more breath before we bring it back over. High plank and into side plank. Left hand down, right hand up. This time, go for the maximum stretch. I want you to think about your head all the way down to your heels, reaching as far as you can go. Take 2 breaths here. That's it. Seeing how long you can get in this last one. Chaturanga. Let's upward facing dog with your breath in and into downward facing dog. Yes. Inhale and exhale. Right side crescent lunge. I'm trying to decide. I've been loving bringing some movement into this pose. So I'm going to have you guys pick. Suzette, it's going to be your turn this morning. You just get to choose A or B. Oh, yeah, just A or B. That's it. All you have. A. Is that what you said? No, okay. No. It's just A or B. All right, fine. We're going to take a vote. Hands up for A. Here, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, it looks like we're doing A. So here's what we're doing today. For round A, we're going to sit low into this front leg. You're going to load this like a spring. Some of us have done this one before in class. So it's all coming from this left glute. I want you to take your fingertips straight up to the ceiling. Big breath in. Exhale, knee to chest. Yep, here we go. Inhale, step back. Exhale, knee to chest. We're going to do it 3 more times. Inhale, step back. Exhale, knee to chest. Good job. 2 more, guys. Move in with your breath. Exhale, knee to chest. It's the last one. Inhale, step back. Exhale, come up. All right, put your foot back down. Take your hands to heart center. And now we'll twist to the right. What was B? Okay, I think that's fair. We were going to do some big arm movements in B, all right? Here, if you really want to, we can explore that one on the next side, all right? Now, keep your hands to heart center or open it up. We're going to take 3 breaths here. I want to see how low you can get into that front leg. You've only got 1 more breath, so take it to the edge of the pose before we inhale and rise up. Take crescent lunge. Warrior 2. Oh, yeah. Those front legs have done a lot of work already. So I want you to feel the tapas in your body. Tapas means heat. You can feel it literally when you start to sweat. You can feel your heart beating a little bit faster. But more than anything, your breath is in control of tapas. Ujjayi can literally translate to a fire breath. It both builds the heat and can also make it easier. So on your exhales, find some softness between your shoulder blades. It'll make it just a smidge easier there. Take 2 more breaths, just letting yourself feel the experience of the pose. Even if that means a little bit of discomfort, that's okay. On your next exhale, take it down, extended side angle. Up. If you've never tried for it before, reach either the whole way down to the mat or to a block. Yeah, that's a really good job. Now here, bend this front knee a little bit more. Oh yeah, try it like that. And now reach your hand up front like you're going to give me a high five up here. Oh yeah, come 1 inch lower into that lunge. Everybody, good job. Take your last breath. Chaturanga. Let's move through. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Inhale. Sigh it out. Sighs are kind of like taking the top off above a pot. 1 more time. Breathe in. Sigh on the exhale. Left side crescent lunge. I feel like we have to make it even on both sides. So we're spring loading this front leg. I mean, really get down here. You can add even a little bit of bounce. Sometimes I have to do that to actually make my front leg engage. Take your breath. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, step back. 3 more times. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, back. 2 more times. Inhale, step. It's the last one. Bring your foot back. Hands to heart center. Oh, yeah, I'm missing one, didn't I, Nancy? All right, here we go. Last one. Knee to chest. Bring it back. All right, now hands to heart center and we'll twist. Left side. Think about melting the center of your spine through your chest and twisting towards the ceiling. That little bit of softness here is actually going to help you create the deepest twist. That's good. Stay for 3 more breaths. You can do this 2 more times. That's it. Last one. Exhale. Breathe in, rise up. Take crescent lunge. Good job, Corey. Warrior 2. Now, I know this is Greg's favorite pose. I know. Come here a little bit lower into the lunge. There's something to experience in this pose. Something new for you here. Even if this is your 1000th time in a Warrior 2, press down through your big toes. Like really, not just actually pressing them into the mat, but pressing them through the mat, into the ground beneath you. Now come low into the front lunge, like you mean it, the whole way down here because it makes the next pose that much better. Take extended side angle. Now, as good as Warrior 2 was, get the stretch in this pose. So press your pinky toes down into the mat and then stretch forwards with your top hand. Stay for 2 breaths here. Just letting yourself feel the full extent of the pose with this last breath. Chaturanga. Move up dog, inhale. And downward facing dog, exhale. Take a breath in. Let it go. Feet to hands. Halfway lift. Fold. Chair pose. Yep, nice and low into your chair. Here we go. Hands to heart center. Twist to the right. These first of the twists is super important. You're going to have to breathe like you're breathing into your lowest lungs. That's it. Stay for 1 more breath here before you inhale. Rise up. Take chair pose and fold. Yep, so remove your blocks if you had them and bring your feet out wide on the mat. Tuck your pointer fingers around your big toes and let your head hang all the way down. You can shake your head yes and no here. With each exhale, see if you can wring all of the air out of your lungs. When you have all of that air released, what becomes available is letting your head drop a little bit lower, finding a little bit more fold in your hips. Ready? Set. Chair pose, round 2. We're coming back. Bring your blocks with you if you'd like to use them. Feet, hips width distance. Sit down as low as you can into the chair. Bring your hands to heart center. Twist to the left. We're going to stay here for 3 breaths, but I want you to pay attention to this one principle. Keep your hips lower than your heart. This might mean sitting down 1 more inch and lifting with your top shoulder 1 more inch. Stay, last breath in. Let it go. Inhale, rise up, take chair pose. Fold. Feet out wide on the mat this time. Palms tuck underneath your toes and let your head hang down. Bring your attention to your exhales. Maybe there's something that you need to let go of to find the practice that you're looking for this morning. Maybe you're telling yourself that I'm just not very flexible today, or I'm kind of sore, and you're letting that keep you from having the practice that you wanted. Well, you're in luck, because this forward fold, this next exhale, is the moment to let it go, to create space for something new to emerge, to create space for change. Last second. Crow. Take your palms out wide on the mat. Look for a deep bend at your elbows. This is going to help you make the shelf for this pose. That's it. Hands out wide. And we're going to go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step back, chaturanga. Let's move through upward facing dog. When you breathe in and into downward facing dog. Take an inhale. Exhale. Feet to hands. Halfway lift. Fold. Inhale, roll all the way up to stand, and we'll take right side eagle. So we're going to wrap our right arm under and right leg over. I like to think about these balancing poses as if I'm building them from the ground up. Start with your heel. Press the very center of it down into the mat. And now connect the ball mound, so the knuckle of your big toe down. Just those 2 pieces. Switch sides. Left arm under and left leg over. Now, if we're building the pose from the ground up, you have your feet set. Heels down, big toes down. Add a bend to your bottom knee. I know, even if it's already bent, take it 1 more inch lower. See if you can hug your legs together. I picture it almost like a panini press, where I'm pressing my thighs so hard together that I'm going to make a sandwich. And on your inhale, step out. Second set, right arm under, right leg over. We're building something here in this pose. Each section stacks to create something new in your body. And here's the next one. So come down low into your legs. And now picture your breath. Not picture it, feel your breath. In the way that your rib cage expands and contracts. On your exhale, hug your low belly up and in. This is the engagement that you need to connect your whole body together. Each breath out, hugging up and in. On your next inhale, step out. And we'll take the last of eagle. So left arm under, left leg over. Last one, here it is. You have your feet ready. You have your legs ready, bent low. Belly is fully engaged. And now lift your elbows. 1, maybe even 2 inches higher, so that they're floating right in front of your shoulders. Pull your jawbone straight back towards your spine. Yeah, wait, that was a great adjustment for all of you. Stay here, feel the whole pose. On your inhale, we'll step out. All right, good job. Shake your arms and legs out if you need to, because we're going to move to right side standing leg raise. So you can grab either for your knee, or if you have the space to try it, you can reach for your toes as well. Maybe it doesn't mean extending your foot out in front of you, but you might be able to hold your foot and keep it in close to the ear. Press the ball mound of your big toes down into the mat and soften your standing knee. Yeah, you have it. Now bring your leg out to the right, eyes over your left shoulder. The trick with that particular movement is moving your drishti, moving your gaze. So do it this way. Move your eyes to center. Now move your legs back to center. From here, take airplane. Pressing your legs straight back. You can think of this pose like a bungee cord, where you're pulling your heel and the crown of your head in opposite directions. Stretch this pose as long as it can go. You want to keep all of this length. Half moon. Left hand down, right hand up to the ceiling. Yes. Now, you're doing a really good job in airplane. See if you can bring that same stretch back. Kicking your heel high and pressing it towards the far end of your mat. With all of your energy, press that heel back. Fold. Bring both feet to the ground and fold all the way down. Take a little sway from right to left here. And on your inhale, roll up to standing. We're going to go for left side standing leg raise. So we've got this all figured out on the right, and now we're going to take it to the left. Again, you can grab either for your knee or challenge yourself and reach to your toes. Now keep your legs here in center. Move your eyes over your right shoulder. Now move your legs out to the left. Have your gaze move and then your body move. Gaze to the center. Legs to the center. Take airplane. Spread your fingertips out wide. Now spread your toes, both your bottom toes and your back toes. Half moon. Sometimes what happens here in these balancing poses is that you lose attention or energy in your extremities. Spread your fingers and spread your toes. Now press through your palm and press through your heel. Last breath, reaching, fold. That was really good. All right, you can shake it out right to left. And on your inhale, we're going to roll all the way up to standing. Let's move to dancer. So your right hand moves backwards with the soft part of your elbow and your wrist facing out. You can grab for the inside of your ankle. Sit here, good job. Now press. I like to think about this pose like I'm pressing to the edge of a box, and that box is my mat, by the way. Reaching towards the front wall and the back wall at the same time. Take 2 more breaths here, just seeing if you could reach towards those edges. Last one, feet down. You can shake it out left and right before we move back for the second set. Now, I really want you to get your shoulder set here if you're using your hand. So bring your hand all the way back and around. You want it reaching out. So here, flip your palm. Here, the other way. Yeah, let me help you out with this one. It gets confusing here. So just like that. Now go for the inside of your ankle. Yeah, like that. Okay, reach, yogis. When you have this hold correct, see if you can open that left side of your chest. Letting your arm bone drag back towards center. Kick your heel back. Last one. Feet down. Okay, tree pose on the right side. This is the final pose in equanimity, and I think it's the best one to end with because we're going to get grounding here. So bring your hands to heart center and then press your thumbs against your chest. You can choose to have your bottom foot at either your ankle, your shin, or your thigh, but what I really want you to pay attention to is your breath underneath of your hands. Feel your chest as it rises and falls. Keeping your attention on your breath. left side tree pulse. You can do what you need to switch sides, but see if you can stay present to your breath, even throughout the transition. Use your breath as home base, the thing that you come back to again and again. All right, bring both feet down to the mat. Walk all the way to the head of your mat if you're not there. We're going to take extended mountain with the breath in. Fold, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Chaturanga, breathe all that air back out. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right side triangle. Now here, before you reach down, rise all the way up to standing. So get your triangle feet set. They're long on your mat with your big toes facing in towards you. Now bring your hands to warrior two. The trick here in triangle is keeping the sides of your body long. So this is how we're going to do that. Reach your hands forwards. Not down yet, just straight out in front of you. You're going to keep your body exactly where it is. Drop your bottom hand to your thigh or your shin, wherever it lands. And now reach your top hand up. See the difference that this makes. We're staying long through both of the sides so that you can get the full lift up and out of that pose. Yeah, that's a really good job there, Greg. Let's stay for 2 more breaths, just getting length. Last one, lifting all the way out of the sides. On our inhale, we'll rise up. Both feet face the long end of your mat, and we'll take side-facing, wide-legged forward fold. Yeah, Caitlin, I think that looks like a good idea. Let's do the fingers walking forwards version of this. So walk your hands out all the way in front of you. Now you're going to put some weight into the back of your palms and then pull weight into your heels and into your hips. What we're looking for here is lots of extension in your spine. You can think of it like you're breathing air into your back lungs, inflating them with every breath. Let's take 2 more. Last one. Nice job. Walk your hands back in towards center and then walk them to the front of our mat. This has been super popular in my morning classes lately. We're doing a runner's lunge. So walk your hands to the inside of your right foot. And from here, you get to choose if you're keeping your back knee up off of the ground, or alternatively, you can let it settle down. Now, there's one more version of this pose where you can get a little bit deeper, and that is bringing your forearms down to either the ground or a block. I like to say this every single time that I do the pose, and it's because I think about it every single time. When I tell you all that you can bring your forearms down to the mat, immediately I go, I can't do that. But the thing is, the ground's a little bit closer than what you might think. Even if you've never tried before, see if you can get one forearm pretty close. Check it out. You might surprise yourself. Yeah, that's a good job, Angela. Using the blocks underneath your arms, that's perfect. We're ready. Let's take our final breath. And we'll move back to downward facing dog, however you want to get there. From downward facing dog, full breath in, let it go. Left side triangle. So left foot comes all the way up and through, and then stand up. We're going to take this pose the same way that we did last time. So arms out to warrior two. And now reach your front hand all the way forwards, almost like I'm pulling you. Drop your hand down to your shin or your thigh, and reach your opposite hand up towards the ceiling. That's it. You guys are doing a really nice job with creating this space all throughout your side body. That's it. Here, Caitlin, try it like this. Can I have your hand? Okay, and I'm going to actually have this one, and then I'm going to put my hand right here on your thigh, okay? So you're creating this opposite action. Yeah, letting your hand and your hips sink backwards. Now from here, keep your upper body right where it is. And we're going to drop this front hand down to your shin. Yeah, just like that. And now pick the top hand up. So what you might feel here is a whole change in your hips. Check it out. If you can draw this left hip back any further, any deeper underneath of you, on your inhale, rise to stand. We're going to take side-facing, wide-legged fold one more time. This time, yeah, I haven't done that one in a while. Mom, good idea. So walk your palms back underneath of you. You can have your hands right out in front of you, and then you'll start to walk them under. You can let your head and your shoulders drop down. No matter which version or however this pose looks in your body, think about breathing into your back ribs, creating space for new air and space for new length all the way down to the crown of your head. Take one last breath here. And on your inhale, we're going to walk our hands back out in front of us and then over to our front foot for the left side runner's lunge. Now, if you weren't prepared for it last time, bring your blocks with you so you could try getting your forearms onto the ground. I promise you, it seems so far away, but you might be a little bit closer than what you know. As you're trying for this pose, see if you can keep your front knee hugging in towards your arm. Oh, yeah, that's a good adjustment there. Good job. Hugging this in is going to keep the alignment all the way from the crown of your head back through your heel. That's a good job, Mike. Pressing through that back leg. Let's take a final breath here and move to downward facing dog, however you want to get out of it. Now check out the new space that you've created in your body. Feeling how your hips feel, feeling how your knees feel, your low back, all of it. Take your breath in. Exhale, roll to a high plank. From here, bring your feet out wide, either to the edges of the mat or even over the edges of your mat. You can choose to keep your knees up off the ground or rest them down. But what we're looking for is steady hips, not ones that shift side to side, but ones that stay still. We're going to go for some shoulder taps today. So right hand, left shoulder, bring it back down, and then left hand, right shoulder. We're going to go back and forth at your own pace for 10, 9, 8, going slow and controlled, 7, 6, good job, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, all the way down to the mat. Let's bring our hands out wide beside us for locust pose. Press down, lift up, inhale, locust pose, round 1. Tuck your chin so that you're looking at the front of your mat. That's it. Plug in those shoulder blades together behind you. Take a full breath in and back down. You can choose to tuck your knees side to side or go for stillness. Let's do second set, both our hands reaching out in front of us. If you have a foam block, use that one for this pose. We're going to bring it right between your palms, the long direction. So the trick here, trust me, use this one. The trick here is using your palms and not your fingertips to hold on. So we're going to hug into this block, press down, lift up, let's go, super yogi. I love super yogi right here. Stay for 3 breaths. You breathe all the way in and all the way out. This is the last one before you come down. Good job. Tuck your knees side to side. Let's go for floor bow. Bye, Greg. Have a great day. Hands by your outer ankles. Ready, set, yogi, go, floor bow, press down, lift up, round 1. Keep breathing for 5, 4, big breath. You can even rock. 3, 2, 1, back down. Tick-tock, back and forth. Second set. Or second side if you only do one side at a time. Are you ready? Set. Yogis, go. Press down, lift up, inhale, floor bell round 2. Breathe deeply enough that you can feel your whole body rock forwards and backwards. 3, 2, 1, all the way down. Take your hands by your low ribs, and we'll go for upward facing dog. Breathe in and reach all the way up. Shoulders pulling together on your spine. Lift your thighs off of the mat. Breathe in and knees down. We're going to roll the whole way onto your spine. Bridge pose. There are so many fun things to explore about back bends. But the thing that's had me really curious in the poses lately, here in this back bending sequence, is actually not the back bends in and of itself, but the core muscles that it takes to use and create these back bends. So here's what we're going to do. Press your heels down, hips up, bridge pose, round 1. Now you have to get the same setup here. So interlace your fingers, shoulders are going to come and squeeze together under your back. Heels are super active. The whole point of this exercise is to keep your hips level. On your next breath in, hug your right knee up into your chest. Yep, keeping your feet wide on the mat. Now kick the center of your heel straight up towards the ceiling. Yeah, just like that. You're going to keep your whole leg straight for this. On your exhale, slowly lower this right leg down, keeping it straight. On your inhale, bring it back up, keeping it straight. Exhale, lower. Inhale, bring it back up. Exhale, lower. Good job, yogis. 2 more times. Inhale up. Exhale, lower. This is the last one. Inhale up. Exhale, bring it low. Hover, hover. Both feet down and hips down. Now switch your knees side to side. I know not only do your abs work in that one, but you can also feel it in your glutes too, right? Yeah. All right, we're going to even it out on the sides. So press down, lift up, bridge pose, round 2. Get your shoulders tucked. That's the foundation of this pose, especially when you're lifting one leg up. You want those shoulders really engaged. Now left knee up into your chest. Kick the center of your heel straight towards the ceiling. On your exhale, slow lower. Inhale, bring it back up. Exhale, slow lower. Good job. 3 more times. Inhale up. Exhale, lower. Only 2 more. Inhale up. Exhale, lower. Last one. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, lower it down. Feet down, hips down. Good job, yogis. Knees right to left. And that's it. Did you know that back bends could also be abs? Let's take happy baby. Hands by the outer edges of your feet. And you can rock right to left. Tap all the way to one side and all the way to the other. Bring both heels straight up towards the ceiling. Now, what I'm going to have you do is reach your palms out towards your sides. So up off of the mat. And on your exhales, we're going to blow all the air out and curl our head and chest up just a little bit. So we're doing it like this. Exhale, curl for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend your knees. Now bring your hands up right beside your knees. So they should be high on your knees and not low on your thighs. From here, hug in. All you have to do is hug your knees back and into your hands. Hold on. I got you. Just like that. And now press here. The harder you press, the more your belly will engage. Feel it pulling down just like that, yogis. Add as much pressure as you can get there. We're holding it for 10. Good job, Raj. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Good job. 3, 2, 1. All right, knees into your chest. Rock head to toe 3 times. I love this rock back and forth. All the way up and all the way back. Let's head to downward facing dog and into right side half pigeon. As you're making your way into half pigeon, I want you to check out where your body weight is in this pose. If you find that it's rolling over to the side of your right thigh, here, pick up just a little bit. There you go. Now sit down. You can actually sit a block underneath of that leg to help keep you over top of center line. Hey, try this underneath that right hip just to get you a little bit up over center more. How's that? Okay, good stuff. Stay present with your breath. Using it here on your inhales to create length and also strength. Having your low belly engage while you're in this pose. And on your exhales, letting any remaining tension go. Sometimes your body is going to give you a lot of feedback. It's usually from your hip in this pose. On your exhales, you have the opportunity to let it go, to open the steam valve in this pose. Release some tension, letting yourself find ease. More time, take a breath in and out before we switch sides. You can come through downward facing dog, but move straight into the next side. See if you can get rigorous from moving to one pose into the other. Getting right back to your breath, because sometimes distractions happen. You're going to want to pay attention to where your block is, where your water bottle's gone. But once you get set up, right back to the breath. Using your breath to create the experience of this pose, of being alive in your body today. Taking a deep exhale when you need it. Like you're breathing out any remaining stickiness or tightness left in your body, bringing ease to the pose. On your next breath, bring your weight to your left hip, swing your right leg around. We're going to take both feet out in front of you for seated forward fold. So in the inhale, reach both fingertips up, getting long in your spine, feet flexed, and fold forwards. Bring softness to your knees. Pull your shoulder blades back. Take a breath in, and on your exhale, get any remaining fold out that you can from this pose. On your next breath in, roll up to a seated position, reach both hands out in front of you, and now slowly lower your way back down onto the mat, one vertebrae at a time. From here, we're going to get upside down one final time in class with our hips above our heart. My recommendation this morning is to take waterfall. But if you're so inclined and want to get upside down in a shoulder stand, a headstand, or a handstand, you're welcome to. For those of you taking waterfall, add a block underneath of your sacrum. Yeah, just like that. And now kick your heels up to the ceiling. That's it. Bring it slightly deeper underneath you. Just a little bit. There you go. Yeah, like that. For those of you who are in shoulder stand, you're welcome to take plow. Plow, take deaf yogis. And for all of my yogis, slowly roll your way back down onto the mat, one vertebrae at a time. You can remove your blocks once you're there. Hug your knees up into your chest and let them drop to the left side of your body, eyes over your right shoulder. Supine twist. On your next inhale, bring your knees up and drop them to the opposite side. Hug your knees into your chest one last time. Take Shavasana. Let your legs and arms go out long with your eyes closed. As you breathe, let your whole body relax down onto the mat. Take a deep inhale. Let it go. Bring wiggle back to your fingers and to your toes. Hug your knees up into your chest. Rock onto your right side with your forehead on the floor. Make your way up into a seated position. On your inhale, fingertips up towards the ceiling. And exhale your hands down to heart center. We'll end class today with one Om. Take a breath in. Bring your thumb knuckles up to forehead center. Thank you. I acknowledge you for showing up this morning, for you, for your yogi neighbor beside you, and for me too. Thank you for being here. Together we bow our heads and we say, Namaste. Thank you all. I hope that you have a great day. And if you're interested in joining me this Saturday for the meditation workshop, we can talk out at the front desk and get you signed up. All right. It was good to see you this morning.